Hey guys, so I am really excited to share with you my reread series 2021. Hopefully, I get to this, maybe not. The cool thing about it is I recently did a reread book tag, which, if you want, it's linked up above and below, like normal. And so, wrote down all the books that I thought, I read these series before I started BookTube and really want to just get back into them. I remember enjoying them so much that I want to go back and have fun with them again. So these are 7 series that I want to reread. Most of them trilogies are a little bit more. I'm not going to get into the expanded universe stuff at the moment. I might eventually. So let's go ahead and start with the one that everybody seems to be really enjoying right now, and it's making me excited to reread, is Robin Hobb's Realm of the Elderling series. I'll put a picture up, kind of a projected reading order. I read everything except for the Fitz and the Fool. So you start with the Assassin series, Assassin's Apprentice, then go into the Ship of Magic, then you go into the Fool series, like Fool's Fate, Fool's Errand, I can't remember what the other one is. And then you go into the Dragon Haven, Dragon Keeper, Dragon series, and then the Fitz and the Fool, which I haven't read the Fitz and the Fool. So, for me, I'm excited to finally get to these series that I haven't gotten to at the back end of her everything she's done. And so I am really excited to go ahead and read what I have read and then get into the Fitz and the Fool. So I'm excited for that, and everybody's seeming to enjoy it as much as I enjoyed it when I first read it. I know Leslie from the Nerdy Narrative's having fun with it. Michael from Michael Nip is enjoying it. Who else is reading it? A few other people that I know enjoy it. I know my friend from Books and Chocoholic, Faye, loves the series. I think she's reread it multiple times, and so pretty excited to get to that, and I'm really excited to do that soon. Next will be the Order Magician series, or the Magic of Recluse series, or the Order Magician series. Not sure exactly what the series name is, but it's huge. I remember reading the original trilogy before I read The Wheel of Time, and the people that did the covers are the same. I'll put some pictures up. I loved this series. You basically have Order Magicians that live on the island of Recluse, and you have chaos magicians that live on the main part of the island, and then normal people that are not magic users. And so you go back and forth between these two diametrically opposed sides, and the Order magicians have to leave the island of Recluse when they become adults, go to the mainland, basically, live there for a little while, and then they can come back. The neat thing about that is it kind of felt like the Amish rite of passage, where you have to go see what's in the world before you can choose to live away from the world, kind of thing. And I thought that was always kind of neat. I just read a book from Ellie Modesitt, which I didn't love. It was his newest one. Got it as a NetGalley arc. It was I'll put it right here. What was it? It was had a raven on it. It was, don't remember what it's called, but it was just okay. But the idea there was religion as well, so he kind of ties into that quite a bit. Clean fantasy, which is always a lot of fun. Next, we'll go into not clean fantasy. This is the Night Angel trilogy. This is Brent Week's first series. I remember liking it. I think of it more like a 3.5 to 4 star series, but his next series that he's writing is back in this universe. So I'm excited to get back into this universe by remembering what I enjoyed so much about the Night Angel trilogy. I thought Brent Weeks was a great author, and this series was great. And then I read Lightbringer and realized he can write so much better than he wrote here. Not that they're bad, it's just he's gotten better, which is what authors should do as they hone their craft, right? Night Angel is about Kylar. He is a young man who is wanting to become an assassin, so he meets the most notorious assassin and becomes his apprentice. Kind of like Assassin's Apprentice, but much darker. A lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. It's 3 books, so you can knock it out in 3 months if you're reading them a month at a time. And I liked it quite a bit. Next series I want to go into is the Magic Casement. It's actually a man of his word. Basically, there's these magical words, and if you know 1, you have some abilities. If you know 2, you have a lot of abilities. If you know 3, you're a magician. And these magicians are kind of like mythological, almost. They're really hard to pin down. There's not many in the world because the magical words are very secretive. If you know a magical word, you don't share it with anybody. And so there's a young man who has one word, and he doesn't know it until about halfway through the story. It's not a spoiler. He comes into that ability. You know it, but he doesn't know it, if that makes sense. And he's a wagon driver, and he is in love with a princess, and the princess has to run away because Vikings, sort of like Vikings, they're their own race of creatures, but humanoid-like creatures. I'm not describing it well. It's a lot of fun. It's a really fun series, and each person you get to in the world, they're like people we've heard of long ago. Like the Jinn are a group of people, but really Arab people. I was going to say Arabian. That's not a thing. That's a book. Um, and goblins and a bunch of other stuff like that. And so they all represent like a culture. That's what I meant to say. And it's a really fun series. Dave Duncan, he was a great Canadian author. I'm one of his biggest fans. Not a lot of people read his stuff anymore, and I would love to share that more with people. Do some good reviews on it and kind of get some notoriety. He died back in 2018, and I just really enjoyed his work. The Gentleman Bastard series. Supposedly, book 4 is coming out this year, and so I want to get caught back up on that, and I want to go back into having a fresh viewing of the 4th book when it comes out. So reread that series. I read all 3 of them on Kindle years ago. I might have read the first one, The Lies of Locke Lamore, twice. Enjoyed it quite a bit and had a lot of fun with Gene and Locke. They're thieves, and they're going through trying to basically get over on everybody, and they think they're the smartest people in the world, and you know they kind of are sometimes. And it's fun to hang out and learn about their relationship and the trouble they can get themselves into. And I have a lot of fun with that series, so excited to get back to it. Next one will be Wildcards. Wildcards is a really interesting set of books. The first one was basically in the 1950s, and there's this alien tech that was combined with a bomb, and that bomb was dropped on New York. So it killed 99% of the people, and then the 1% that were alive were separated into 2 groups, the Aces and the Jokers. So Aces basically are superheroes. One lady has beautiful wings and she can fly. Another guy, he has like psychic abilities that are tied to his sexuality. Another guy, they call him Golden Boy. He basically is Thor, but every time he uses his powers, he glows golden. A bunch of other cool things like that. But the other people, they're Jokers. So Jokers basically get these weird deformities, kind of look like squids, or their faces melting, or they're in constant state of fugue. One guy, every time he wakes up, he looks different. Things like that. And it's just a really fun universe. Sorry about that. Ran out of memory there. Had to reset the camera. The cool thing about the Wildcard series is that basically every character has its own author, or his or her own author. So all the authors get together, put all their work in. George R. R. Martin then edits it all into one cohesive story. Really cool way to do that. It's a really collaborative work, and it's a lot of fun. And I really enjoy the series quite a bit. And usually all the stories are told in trilogies, so you can dig in and really just hop in and out whenever you feel like it, which is a lot of fun. Last one is going to be Aragon series, which is the Inheritance cycle. My friend Ryan from over at Seeking Stories kind of mentioned to me that he wants to do an Aragon reread, kind of like they did the Stormalong 2020 last year. So he was talking about like an Aragon or an Inheritance 2021. If they're doing that, I want to be part of it. I want to join in. I haven't read Aragon in years. Recently found all of the books in hardcover at a Goodwill for a couple bucks a piece, and they look great. Let my sister borrow them, so hopefully she'll get them back to me in time for the reread. But very excited to read this series again. Enjoyed it the first time. Really excited to read the series again, and I'm super ready for it whenever it happens. That is all that I've got. I'm really excited to go ahead and reread all these series. Hopefully you guys might join me. We've got some wonderful, fantastic buddy reads going on. I've got the Presidential Readalong, which right now we're reading Washington. Everybody seems to really, really enjoy that book. Ron Chernow does a great biography. 12 Kings of Shankiri. I am currently in chapter 2. Rowdy Bob, who's reading it with me, is much farther along, and he's saying it's very good and enjoyable. And the Hyperion read along, which is a lot of fun so far. I am into story 4, which so far all of them have been fantastic. Basically, it's a set of short stories. Hyperion is tickling my fancy for sure. Um, I hope that's appropriate saying. I don't know. I don't normally use it. But yeah, just having so much fun with these books that I'm reading, and it's fun to talk to you guys about them. So if you guys want to join me with any of these series as I reread them, I am down and ready for it. So enjoy reading a book today. Subscribe if you haven't, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.